Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this how to play video, I'm going to take a look at Nesot Warrior. Nesot Warrior is a new breed of Control Warrior that makes use of the new wildcards that have made return. Nesot the Corruptor and Sylvanas Windrunner and Emperor Thaurissan. However, this is not the Nesot Warrior as it used to be with the Diehorn hatchlings and Mountain Fire armors. That Nesot Warrior was just able to shuffle tons of stuff back into its deck and then top deck cheap taunts, but this one can't quite do the same things. It has a nice swing turn in Nesot, of course, it has some sweet healing with Carded Defenders. It still retains almost all of the Control Warrior's removal pieces. So there is Brawls and Warpaths and Whirlwind and Plagues of Wrath and Super Collider, just a lot of removal potential there. But overall the Nesot package doesn't seem to be quite as powerful in Warrior as it is in many other classes, because you have no real good way to bounce Nesot. Some decks use Emperor Thaurissan together with a Baleful Banker or with a Youthful Brewmaster so that they can bounce the Nesot, but only if it doesn't fill the board. Because if Nesot fills the board, then there's no room for your minion to bounce it. Whereas something like Priest can use Seance to bounce Nesot, it's a spell, it doesn't require board space. Rogue can use Shadow Step, they can use Dogwaggle Scheme. Again, spells, they don't take board space. So Warrior's a little bit behind in that regard. And also healing for Warrior in mid-game is typically not quite as effective, Carded Defender, because of armor. Warrior just has a lot of armor, so healing is less good. One advantage of this deck is that it's better against OTK decks than Control Warrior, because okay, Control Warrior can sometimes out-armor OTKs, sometimes it can't, but this one with Hakar the Soul Flayer, and then Hakar coming back from Nesot, meaning there's two Hakars, that means two Bloods, that means disabling Zephrys, disabling Elise, even if no Bloods have been drawn, so there is at least one out for the deck to just beat those combo decks. Unfortunately, I played this deck for a few hours and I didn't face a single combo deck, so that was pretty bad. And I faced tons and tons of Quest Shamans. And the Control Warrior with the Taunt package is better against Quest Shaman than this Nesot build. So unless you happen to find a niche of the meta where OTK decks are common, in which case you can benefit from Hakar, and then you have most of Control Warrior's performance plus a little bit of something extra against those decks. That's a scenario when Nesot Control Warrior is good. But if you're in a regular type of meta, where you face like greedy control decks that bounce Nesot maybe sometimes, and other than that it's Shaman, 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 the Nesot Warrior is worse than regular Control Warrior in that case. So while this was okay to play, I had some fun with this because I hadn't played Nesot Warrior in such a long time, but Nesot Warrior is not currently one of the top Warrior archetypes. As for the mulligans with this deck, you're typically looking for your early game, you're looking for your Town Criers, you're looking for some rush minions, and you're looking for removal appropriate to what you're facing, so Brawls against those that go wide, Didomatic maybe against some kind of token builds. And if you're facing something that's a little bit slower, then Dr. Boom Mad Genius is still an excellent card to keep, as is Emperor Thaurissan in slow matchups. If you enjoy this content, you can support the channel by joining as a subscriber or as a member on YouTube, and joining as a follower or subscriber on Twitch. And now, let's go take a look at Nesot Control Warrior in action. Let's see about this game. Because obviously he had lethal like for 10 turns there, but he just chose not to use it. Well, let's see about this priest then. Hi Ludi. Yeah, this is a Nesot Warrior. Alright, up against the combo priest it seems. There's no benefit to hitting into that, no. 1 damage into that if he chooses to heal it in any way. Well, he kept almost all the cards, so he should have a great selection of things to come. Well, I will be able to kill that one, but I can't kill the cleric. And obviously, if he happens to have a psycho bomb there, then this is all going very, very poorly. I'm fine with that. That's a little bit more awkward. I still need to play a Dino Medic here to get some of the health away from that cleric. Let's see what happens next. And I have some brawls, I have some Plagues of Wrath. I still have a bunch of tools here. This should be a heavily favored matchup for me. But we'll see. Okay, spending almost all of his resources on that. But the next minion is... Oh, that's a good one. As long as he hits face with the cleric and doesn't hit into the Dino Medic. Oh, with that tool he can now hit into Dino Medic. Okay. So how afraid am I of this? Because I have multiple ways I can respond. I haven't seen any Divine Spirits yet. 14, 28. I've seen one Powered Shield. There are ways for me to die. If you can buff up the Amet or that one. Brawl doesn't ensure that I will not die. It does get pretty close though. I think I'll just brawl this board. Because... Okay, I got rid of both of 7 health minions. He gets to keep the card draw. He can have Circle, he can have another Ritualist of course. That sort of thing is possible. Alright, so far we're pretty good here. But this one, if it grows further... Can he have some kind of Pyromancer play? I mean, he could. But with that number of cards, it seems unlikely. 1 heal. This hit for 10. I mean, I know I have the Warpath Plague of Wrath. But I just would like to hold on to that if at all possible. For a little while longer. I have the option to brawl again. I could also just kill the cleric, stop the card draw. Kill the cleric, stop the card draw. Now kill these. Let's kill these instead. But this means that he might be able to find enough combo pieces to buff up the cleric. So does he have combo pieces? Not too many, no. It's just that Warpath Plague of Wrath is my best tool. There's no good Warpath Dino Medic play here. If something else, then the Light Warden wins. 1 in 4 for Light Warden to win a brawl. 1 in 4 for the Cleric to win a brawl too. There's always scary moments. I think I'll try the brawl. But if the Cleric wins, then there's a considerable chance that I might perish. Unlikely for him to be able to buff up the Light Warden enough. Even if he happens to have a Pyromancer. 6 health on the board. That's not a whole lot. So I have the option to play like Dr. Boom here. I go to 30. He doesn't have a lot of healing targets. That makes the Dino Medic potentially better. 6 cards left in hand. I've seen the extra arms, I've seen 1 powered shield, 1 sidekick. I'll play the boom. I think I can afford to play the boom here. I don't see him dealing enough damage yet. It needs to be a really big play with the... Would take a really big play with Pyromancer to really make that Light Warden big enough. And obviously that's a little scary. But it's nowhere near lethal. It's not like I'm that worried. I can Warpath, Plague of Wrath this. Then I can also use the hero power. Being at 3 is safe against the priest if they don't have a board. Both Divine Spirits have been spent now. That's costing 7 mana, so I can use the hero power. Grab something like Harvest Golem, it's cool. I simply Warpath and Plague of Wrath to kill all of those minions. I'm at 3, but I'm feeling fine. I'm feeling confident. If he has one Samdi, I've already seen the sidekicks and the Light Wardens, so there's only the Cleric left. And I'm not afraid of a Cleric. Dino Medic is 8 damage. It has Rush. He has 1 powered shield left as a buff. Harvest Golem is 4 damage.
Is someone injured?
And these are 3 damage. Is there a smart way to do this? Hero power. Yeah, there is.
Okay then.
Hero power. Harvest Golem. 1 goes there, this goes there, 2 go there. Dino Medic kills the Bonsamdi. And I have a couple of mechs on the board. He still has silence left. But I have a couple of shield blocks. So I can still get more health. And I've seen both Divine Spirits. It's like powered shield inner fire. He might have 2 silences in that deck. That's possible. So he spends 1 here, he can still spend the other later. But overall I should be in the clear. He has 1 inner fire left, he has no other means of buffing the health of his minions. And that shield slam is just icing on the cake. Do I draw more? I suppose I can use another one of these. And even grab a snip snap even though I don't need to. So there, and then I can just shield slam that one Samdi away. So I can trade that away. And I suppose I will trade away the Acolyte. He can keep the 3-1 Psycho Pump. Well, he got pretty close, kind of, got me to 3 health, but eventually. Not the nicest alternatives. Let's try. Do you keep boom nowadays? I'm so out of touch. I think it could be useful. It depends though. Also my first time trying out my premium portrait. Okay. Looks old card influenced. I dig that. Oh, a Town Crier. Splendid. Hear ye, says the town crier, and draws me a rush minion. I'm running 4 rush minions with 2 town criers, just so the town criers will almost always draw something. And like in this particular case, I already managed to draw 2 other things. Oh, that one. That was a little nasty. Because I think I do need to coin Restless Mummy here to kill that, and this one is going to kill the lackey. But this means that something like the elemental can be very useful. My opponent also has 2 lackeys still in hand. Tremendously useful for him. So... okay, is there the elemental? I mean, if there's the elemental, it's going to get played here. If there's a lackey... well, there are 2 lackeys, I mean. An appropriate lackey might get played. We'll find out soon. That's a pretty decent one, because if he can find a chock, then that would mean that he can clean up the tree one nice and clean. So he didn't find another chock at least. Oh, but that's so sweet, because now that cleans up the 1/1. Excellent, excellent way to roll the RNG. Splendid. Well, there's a warpath, but I don't want to commit a warpath yet. Committing to a warpath already feels kind of bad. I think there will be plenty of opportunities to try warpathing things. I'll just try with another Restless Mummy here, I believe. So this Restless Mummy can kill that one first. Then it can kill the evil totem. While this Restless Mummy is going to clean up on the lackeys. We'll try something like this. I mean, he still has 1 lackey in hand. 1 lackey and 1 spell. But I believe I'm fine with that for the time being. Okay, more spells, but at least these are not doubled up spells. So that's good. I hope he doesn't have a box slusher. But I guess we're about to find out very quickly here. Okay, there's an evolve play then. Oh, and high health minions. Very high health minions. That's tremendous. I can't really get rid of these. Okay, so I need to chill. I need to take it easy. I have the option to equip the Super Collider. But even warpathing next turn is not going to do much. The damage from the light spawn is a little bit annoying, of course. Not yet a board I want to brawl. I think I want to draw here. And hero power a little bit. Let's see about this for the time being. Such high health 4-drops. But low attack. Low attack is good. Both players drawing cards. Not ideal. Is he happy with this amount of pressure, or does he want more? Because if he wants more, then... oh, that was a big mutate roll. Holy guacamole, he's on a roll here. Okay. That was pretty special. Alright, well, I need to just keep calm here. Keep calm and carry on. This is a perfect Emperor turn. So if I brawl, there's going to be a lot of big stuff. So ideally, I would take it easy and not brawl too quickly. More death rattles. Well, at least that death rattle doesn't summon anything. That's a consolation. He's being very cautious. I can appreciate that. I have the option to equip the Super Collider. I can also play a card with Defender here. He's being very cautious and very conservative. I want to get that Dr. Boom though. I think card with Defender is fine. Let's just play that for now. He has one random spell left. If he goes with an Evolve again, then I get rid of this Mechano Egg. And then brawling will be much easier. On turn 10 there's the Brawl Omega Defender, Omega Devastator. Okay, that's pretty sweet. And I suppose he will do something more, right? He just doesn't want to. That is curious. There's the AAECAQcK coming from the egg. So I just need a way to deal with that. Boom could also be used later on, if I don't want to use it now. If I want to equip a Super Collider and hit here, there's 50% chance that it kills the Pint-sized Summoner. I have the option to do some Warpathing. I think Dr. Boom will be fine. Let's try Dr. Boom here. Let's see about this one. He's gathering resources in order to be able to, once I clean up the first wave, he can just push with another. 2 more turns until Brawl into Devastator is possible. The next turn it looks like I will be equipping the Super Collider. If I hit into that one and it hits the wrong way, then Hero Powering would mean proccing the egg, which I don't want. Okay, so we got the second randomly generated spell out of the way. That's good. Next move. He gets two copies of former champ into his hand. And he gets the Barista back into his hand. Obviously some powerful things there. So I don't want to proc the egg. Is there still going to be some kind of Warpath turn? 4 mana. Can't proc the egg and then Militia Commander into it. Warpath, Warpath, Warpath. Triple Warpath, 5 mana. Equip Super Collider. Double Warpath. What about just Whirlwind Hero Power? Super Collider. It's better to delete the Super Collider charge. So it's going to be Warpath. Warpath. Hero Power. Super Collider. Alright. So 2 former champs and a big Barista. There'll be quite a few resources available to my opponent, of course. Let's see what's the next move. Okay. That's nothing. Not even with a Sludge Slurper, he still needs more. Even though now he got a pair of lackeys. But it's still within the realm of, I mean, my hero power gives me 3/1/1 rushers, so I can kill the 2/1 from between the hotshots. Hi Zombie, this is the Nesoth Control Warrior. Now with that move I can no longer do what I wanted to do. So that was a little bit annoying, of course. Does that mean that I have to play a Brawl here? Not necessarily. There's still all sorts of Warpaths, Whirlwinds. I mean, there's like Whirlwind. This goes down to 8. Hero power, triple hit that. Bump into it.
Okay then.
That's an option. It seems like a decent option.
Oh, I love that fuse thing.
Whirlwind. Hero power. Put that down to 7. Put that down to 6. Hit into it. Not hitting into that. I could have hit into that one too, actually, and then used the Omega Devastator. That would have been fine. So there's the Barista. There's the Formachamp. There's one more Evolve left. There's all the Burst left. I don't particularly care that he pops the egg for me. It's totally fine because I have the Omega Devastator waiting anyway. What I need is some hero powers here. They arm hero power sometimes. I mean, I could like hero power Omega Devastator Ziliax. He offers 7 by killing the Wasp. That's possible too. Do I want to do that? Or do I want to draw a card? I guess I'm fine healing for 7 here. Omega Devastator kills that one. I'll magnetize Ziliax on it. And bump over there to heal myself to 26. And I get rid of that Wasp. He has another Wasp. He has the Barista. And he has a pair of Life Drinkers, of course. So burst can always be a problem.
Float like a butterfly. Sting like a bee. Sting like a bee.
This is nothing. He needs much more than this. Fine. I'm totally fine with that. One of these goes over here. I can face tank a hotshot. Boom. Taking 5 is nothing because I punch him for 7, which heals me for 7. So I'm totally fine with this. Also 3 minions, so he cannot use a mind control tech against this. Haha, super. Well, Young Guardian is at sleep, I think. Might be reading too, I'm not completely sure. Alright, is it time to evolve things? There is the downside that my Nesoth can be a liability, because he can steal stuff from my Nesoth. We'll see. He can also barista these hairs to get a lot of hairs. Well, this is nothing. Yeah, I really don't care about that. I can use Plague of Wrath probably to deal with this. Let's make... Ooh, an Omega Devastator. Do I even need a Plague of Wrath now? With a bonus Omega Devastator here. I could hit this one over there. No, I could hit there with this too. This goes down to 3. I can also play Militia Commander. I can play Militia Commander, hit over there, hit over there, hit over there. Omega Devastator over there. Then hit over there, hit over there, hit over there. Something like this. It wasn't quite perfect. But the main point was that I didn't leave him with stuff. But he still has the Barista, so he can still double up. Once he builds an ice board, he can still double up on that. There's still a Slurper there, there's still a Cable Rat there. He's not going to Barista these minions, and he also does this in wrong order. I'm happy about that. I'm a little bit ahead on card draw, so my Hakar isn't quite as good as it could be. Now I'm going to kill that one. I'm going to trade away that one too. But my Hakar being a little bit worse because I don't have Elysiana in this build. Hi, Merwinger. Okay, he's going for a refill. Boxel Share gives him a hair, that's nice. And there's some luckies, one lucky. That's another hair from the barista. So he has 2 hairs. Well, this is going to be the first brawl, of course. I guess I'll brawl first and see what happens. That would be brawl number 1. Now his hand has been refilled. After a friendly minion dies, give a minion in your hand +1/+1 and that lives. That's kind of a big deal. It just gave +6/+6 to stuff in his hand. But I believe I still need to make myself a mech here. 9 cards in hand. That was the only good outcome for him, was that one winning the brawl. Now he has +6/+6 distributed among minions in his hand. We're roughly even going to fatigue, but he has a lot of burn left. Because he has a Wasp, and he has a Life Drinker, and he has a Barista, and he has a Box Slosher. So he can bounce a lot of these burn tools.
Of course it's the right way.
Questing Explorer that became a Yeti. Well, that's +2/+2 away from the hand. That's something. Luckily these don't copy the stats. Unlike with Doppelgangster. Random Soul of the Murloc. Very well. So if I start just killing these, then Spirit of the Bat is going to give him a ton of buffs again to his hand. So I would have to take care of the Spirit of the Bat first. That is a little bit awkward. Also, this Warpath is the only way I have left to activate the Plagues of Wrath, other than my hero power, and maybe some hits from the Dino Medic. But I'm afraid I will have to just sacrifice the Celiax here. That's what it looks like, sadly. Because I just can't give him like +12/+12 distributed throughout his hand. Now I would like to get my thing back. I can do this like this. This is fine. I get the 7 armor. That leaves him with a 1/1 on the board. But it also leaves him with the Celiax on the board. Naturally he still has a Sandstorm Elemental. He still has lots of things that can kill it, so I don't expect that Celiax to do much. He's never going to play the final Novice Engineer. He's not going to draw more cards. He is going to draw a lot more cards. Oh boy. I did not see that happening. That was totally unexpected. But I'm also really cool with that. I'm cool with him drawing some cards. 9 cards in my hand. So let's make a mech first. Weaponized Pinata and a random legendary minion to your hand. That can be useful. I could also do some Bronze Gatekeepering on Dino Medic, or I could use a Harvest Golem to just trade away stuff.
Okay then.
So there are a few options here. I guess Harvest Golem will be fine. I'm going in with the Dino Medic. See what it kills. Then we go in with the Harvest Golem. Harvest Golem can kill that one. The Damage Golem can kill that one, and this can kill that Murloc over there. Cool. 6 cards in my deck, 4 cards in his deck. He has the Barista left, he has a Box Losher left. Hi, White Wolf. Let's see. How many lackeys? It's like 4 lackeys or something. More hairs. I'm fine with that. And some life drinking. But Life Drinker is not getting bounced, and I love that. I love the Life Drinker not getting bounced here. Because that means that I can trade it away before it becomes a problem. He can still make hair copies. Yeah, I can't prevent him from making hair copies here with his Barista. But I have seen both evolves and both mutates. So I'm not terribly afraid of hairs. I have like shield slam into some shield block into something, but I guess that's a little early still. So we're going in with the hero power. I don't want him to generate more lackeys. I'm less afraid of hairs than I am of lackeys.
Oh, I love that fuse thing.
The obvious has both mind control decks left. I don't think I can play these minions out there. I think this is okay. He can Barista himself some hairs if he likes, but with evolves and mutates spent, I'm not terribly afraid of boardfuls of 1/1s. Then there is the mind control tech at some point, and there is Wasp remaining. Both life drinkers have been spent, so that's done. I'm concerned about Wasp bouncing with the Barista. Is this a board that requires a brawl? I mean, I have the Sylvanas brawl to ensure that whatever wins, I get it. 3 cards in his deck, 4 cards in my deck. It will be difficult for me to kill my own Sylvanas. I will only be able to kill my own Sylvanas on a turn where I get the armor hero power after this. There are 3 minions that if they win the brawl, they don't die to the zap cannon.
This would be a good time for a master plan.
There's 1 more mind control tech. I kind of don't want the Sylvanas brawl, but
Oh, I love that fuse thing. Okay,
if I don't do it, then have to draw a card.
I have no time.
Fine, I'll Sylvanas brawl this board. This ensures that he will have no more hairs. Though I now end up stealing a 1/1. Now I do get the armor hero power. He still has the Barista, he still has a Wasp. Does he have lackeys left? I've seen the evil totems, I've seen the slurpers, he has 1 cable rat left, so he can still generate more lackeys at least. I'm not sure if he has any.
I'm almost out of cards.
He draws more cards.
Of course it's the right way.
That is scary for him, isn't it? Okay, he gets a lackey. 2 spells are good for him. These spells can be really good.
There is little time.
There's a lackey in hand. He still has the mind control tech left. There's 1 mind control tech there. So it can steal 2 minions from my Nesoth. He has the Barista. So if I kill this, he can copy that. And now he has those spells, so he might have ways to deal with the Hakkar. He baristas this, he gets more spells, or he baristas this and he gets more lackeys. He also has a box slusher left. So I'd kind of want to deal with both of them, but it's pretty hard. I'll probably trade that one away. I have 3 cards, he has 1 card. I'll just try to play the Hakkar here. Let's see what happens when I play the Hakkar. This means that I skipped the armor, but if I used the armor I wouldn't have a lot of useful things that I could do anyway. Oh, he gets more spells. This is very good for him, because now he can get a Hex or Silence. Hi Diano. Hi Finals. We're going all the way against a Quest Shaman. Now he has 4 discovered spells in hand. He has a Barista left. He has a Box Slusher left. Okay, 3 discovered spells. Well, that's interesting. That is certainly interesting. Luckily many of these are not very effective. Well, I have a Snip Snap here, and then I can Hero Power, and then I can Plague of Wrath. So I should be just fine, shouldn't I? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yes. I can kill all of these minions here. But I believe that's an acceptable way to go about it as well. So Snip Snap enters the board. It hits over there. This one hits there. This one hits there. Then we Micro Squad. This one hits there. This one hits there. This one hits there. And then we Plague of Wrath everything away. Alright. We got rid of those. He starts to take damage from the Bloods. I still have 2 actual cards left in my deck. He doesn't have any. But he has a couple of spells. And he has the Barista. And... so 2 spells. Barista. 1 Mind Control tech. That card is a Mind Control tech. Everything else is generated. That's Barista that was bounced. That's a Mind Control tech. Then there's 2 spells and 2 other cards. Actually, well, if that's a Wasp, then there's no Mind Control tech, right? None of these cards can be a Mind Control tech. How is that even possible?
Okay, then. Light the fuse.
I don't know. He runs just 1 Mind Control tech then. Peculiar. He's taking 15 next turn. So he's not quite dead yet. But pretty close. No life drinkers left. Oh, he has 2 of those and then he has the Barista. But he needed to kill the 3 plus Barista. That's 12 damage. That's more than 12 damage. That's actually lethal damage next turn. Well, that's inconvenient. He takes just 15. And he has 6 Cobalt Luckies in hand. Well, I think I died.
Time for a master plan.
That was a big surprise. I didn't see that coming. I needed to play the Nesot last turn. There's nothing I can do about it. Please don't do anything about it.
I give up.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.